आज बेरोजगारी से परेशान है, आज इस नफरत की राजनीति से लोग परेशान हैं।
जो बुलडोजर के सामने लेटे हैं, जनता भी उनको लेटाने वाली है, क्योंकि अतिक्रमण किसी धर्म का नहीं होता है।
Bulldoze the encroachments. Bulldoze the appeasement. Is there no rule of law in Shaheen Bagh? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group and NECC.
Good evening and welcome. The government has told the Supreme Court that it is reviewing the provisions of the controversial Sedition law, section 124A. Now, this is historic, and I'll tell you why, but not for the reasons the lobby is imagining. The government has informed the Supreme Court that the process of reviewing the law is happening in forums that are appropriate and where such reconsideration is constitutionally permitted. Now, what does this mean? This means very simply that very politely the government, that is the executive, the highest executive in this country, is telling the judiciary, the highest judiciary in this country, that as of now, the judiciary need not step into the area of directing the government what to do. This is very significant because very often an impression that has gone on over years and decades is that governments don't do anything, governments don't act, so the judiciary is compelled to step into areas of the executive, often into areas where the primary responsibility is that of the elected government. But governments don't do anything. So the judiciary has to step in. But now that the government is doing its job, and not just doing, but doing it very well, but also informing the court that thousands of outdated laws have already been revoked by the government, the court truly has no reason to act or to step in. So I feel that's the correct way of looking at what the government has done today. Not this premature, unresearched celebrations that sedition laws will go. That's some other discussion altogether. And on that, the government is going through the due process. Ladies and gentlemen, very significant debate number 10 tonight, where I'm going to make it clear what the government is doing. The government in affidavit making it clear it will re-examine the laws, relook the laws, but there's a bigger message there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, my first debate tonight, which you cannot miss, mayhem, ruckus and lawlessness. You know, no Shaheen Bagh, no Jahangir Puri, no part of this country can be an island into itself where bulldozers will not come in, where the law will not apply. That's debate one. And at 10:30 tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Uddhav Thackeray's government says we want to re-arrest Navneet Rana. Now, is that going a little bit too far? Ladies and gentlemen, that's debate number 3, and here are the headlines this Monday evening on the debate tonight. Bulldozers roll into Shaheen Bagh, massive resistance to the demolition drive.
ये तो सिर्फ ये दिखाने के लिए भाजपा ये कहेगी कि देखो शाहीन बाग में हम गए थे इंक्रोचमेंट हटाने, अमानतुल्लाह ने आया और अमानतुल्लाह ने एमसीडी की कार्रवाई रोक दी.
Do laws not apply to the residents in Shaheen Bagh? AAP, Congress, All India, MIM try to defend the encroachers. Prime Minister makes an intervention in the sedition law, says the colonial era law is being reviewed by his government. The Prime Minister personally steps in as the government sends a message to the judiciary that laws are being reviewed at the right forum that is constitutionally correct.
जिस तरीके से कार्रवाई हुई, किसके आदेश पे ये झूठे ऑफेंस दाखिल किए गए, सब चीजें उन्होंने एक तारीख मुझे दी है 23 तारीख को, ये सब चीजें उनको दी हैं और न्याय की अपेक्षा मैंने पूरी रखी है.
The Uddhav Thackeray government wants to rearrest Navneet Rana, wants her to put in jail again, says that is where she should be put back. And massive crackdown on the Dawood gang by the NIA, raids across Mumbai. Key Dawood aides have been detained. Ladies and gentlemen, since December 2019, when Shaheen Bagh became the hub of the anti-CA protest, there has been an attempt to pretend like laws don't apply to this small locality in Delhi. Blockades took place with absolute brazenness. The instigation was unapologetic, and now there is an attempt to revive it all with mayhem over the bulldozing of illegal encroachments. Why? Is illegality allowed in Shaheen Bagh? Is illegality allowed in certain places? Is Shaheen Bagh above the law, an island unto itself? The answer is no. Let's debate.
It was utter mayhem in Shaheen Bagh as crowds gathered in front of JCBs. Protesters sat right in front of the blade of the JCB and raised slogans. The lawlessness got so bad that the cops had to detain those triggering mayhem.
Drama continues here at Shaheen Bagh at right in front of G Block Market. Now the protesters are being removed. You can see these Congress workers are now being removed by Delhi police. They will shortly be detained also. It was Congress party first which joined the protest, where the senior leader of Congress party, Parvez Alam, said that he would not let the bulldozer of hate to raise the buildings here in Shaheen Bagh. After that, senior leader of Aam Aadmi Party and MLA Amanatullah Khan, along with scores of Aam Aadmi Party workers, reached there and
से माहौल बिगाड़ने के लिए आए ये कहाँ इंक्रोचमेंट दिखाए ना ये
आप रोकेंगे बुलडोजर को?
अरे भाई बताए तो सही यहाँ है इंक्रोचमेंट.
The moment when bulldozer of South Delhi Municipal Corporation reached Shaheen Bagh, political workers of Aam Aadmi Party and Congress Party reached there and blocked the way of a bulldozer and did not let the demolition drive to carry out in Shaheen Bagh area of national capital.
जो लोग अतिक्रमण को बचाने के लिए, जो बांग्लादेशी रोहिंग्याओं के अतिक्रमण को बचाने के लिए, आतंक फैलाने वाले लोगों को अतिक्रमण बचाने के लिए जो बुलडोजर के सामने लेटे हैं, जनता भी उनको लिटाने वाली है. जनता भी जल्दी उनको लिटा देगी.
आदेश गुप्ता बता दें यहाँ कहाँ इंक्रोचमेंट है, इनमें और हमें फ़र्क क्या है. आदेश गुप्ता है ना लाइन पे, आदेश गुप्ता के घर के सामने अवैध निर्माण है, अवैध कब्जा है. ये कहते हैं एमसीडी वाला है हटा ले, ये खुद क्यों नहीं हटाते. मैंने खुद हटाया एक मस्जिद के सामने.
अतिक्रमण हटाने के नाम पर आप जा करके ऐसे मोहल्लों को टारगेट करते हैं जहां से आप ये संदेशा देते हैं पूरे देश को कि देखिए हमने गरीबों पर, मुसलमानों पर बुलडोजर चलाया, जबकि यहाँ अतिक्रमण जैसी कोई बात नहीं है. आज बुलडोजर की कार्रवाई कोई हुई भी नहीं, लेकिन देश को मैसेज दिया गया. सच्चाई ये है कि अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की एमसीडी अतिक्रमण हटाना चाहती है तो उसकी शुरुआत भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष आदेश गुप्ता के घर से करें.
The situation got so bad that extra security forces had to be brought in.
अभी वहाँ पर एडिशनल फोर्सेस कुछ पहुँची हैं, जैसे हमारे कर्मचारियों ने बताया है, लेकिन तय तो तब होगा जब रूबरू बात होगी और वो रिटर्न में क्या लिख के देते हैं.
But is the politics in Shaheen Bagh about encroachments or is it about appeasement?
ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਦੋ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਕਰ. ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਐਸੇ ਮੇਜਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੈ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਪੀਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਤੇ ਗੰਦਾ ਪਾਣੀ. ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਗੰਦੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਦੀ ਨਿਕਾਸੀ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਹੈ.
महिलाओं को बहुत बदतमीजी करती है. आप महिला हैं.
The behavior and brazenness of those who heckled the Republic crew indicates how some believe Shaheen Bagh is above and beyond the law. This lawlessness is the Shaheen Bagh model that the lobby and political circuit perpetually want.
ईमानदारी, आपकी सच्चाई, आपकी मेहनत की वजह से आज कम से कम 1000 शाहीन बाग हो चुके हैं देश में।
The Supreme Court today said they will not and cannot entertain a plea on the behest of a political party. They were hearing the CPIM's plea filed before them to stop the demolition drive at Shaheen Bagh. They also questioned the locus standi of the CPIM in filing this plea and said they will only hear the actual petitioners and not political parties.
Hundreds of people, rather thousands, came out, and the main road of Shaheen Bagh connecting to the national capital was blocked. For a short period of time, it felt as if Shaheen Bagh, there is a different set of laws. But the government has made it clear that whatever is legal, and illegal construction and encroachment will not be allowed.
Let's debate.
And some people are so interested in appeasement politics that they will even give the impression that the laws do not apply to Shaheen Bagh. And that precisely is the problem. For there can be no islands in this country. There can be no small areas or big areas or medium-sized areas where the rules, the laws of this country will not apply. But that's what politicians, unless you put them in their place, will do. And ladies and gentlemen, on my debate this evening, Sambit Patra's on the debate, Sushil Pandit's on the debate, there's Jia Manjari on the debate. She's joining me for the first time. She's a right-leaning political analyst. And there is Siddharth Sharma of the debate, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. And there is Waris Pathan on the debate of the All India Majlis Ittihadul Muslimin, and Advocate Mujibur Rahman and Maria Tabassum on the debate. It's a very strong panel. The fundamentals are this. If the laws don't apply, then tell us. If the laws don't apply, then tell us they don't apply. Don't make a joke of the laws. Is Shaheen Bagh an island unto itself, Siddharth Sharma? You want to win an election, so you will give the impression that the laws of the country, the jurisdiction of the laws of the country do not apply to Shaheen Bagh. Why? How many such islands will you create in this country? Mr. Sharma, let's open the debate with you.
Yeah, good evening, Arnab, and good evening, powerful panelists here, and good evening to the viewers also. This debate would have been nicer and it would have been gotten depth if somebody from MCD would also have been in the panel. The simple question is, if there are illegal constructions happening in Delhi, who permitted those illegal constructions to happen? Obviously, it was MCD. Now, if you allow an illegal construction to happen, you cannot.
Audio is really.
If you harass people, obviously.
No, harass in what sense? One minute. Your audio is not very great, but I understand the gist of your argument. The argument being presented right now. Thank you. And we'll put points of view on both sides, please. Thank you. So we move faster.
Yeah.
The argument being presented right now is this. If illegalities have been allowed, Sambit Patra, who allowed the illegalities? He is saying, like an Agatha Christie thriller, let us find out who allowed the illegalities, and till then, let the illegalities continue. That seems to be the sum total of the argument. Sambit! No, you say no. Okay, let Sambit's response. We'll open the debate after that.
The Honorable MLA was on record saying that illegal constructions will be demolished even by himself, and he has already done that.
Good. So what's wrong? Remove illegalities.
Okay,
no?
now let me please come in.
Absolutely.
So remove it. So why are people crying when the illegalities are being removed? I'd say bulldoze the illegalities quickly. Why would you want to institutionalize illegality? Sambit is on the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, yes.
See, Arnab, it's an astonishing fact. First and foremost, let's get things clear. as far as the movement of the bulldozer from the MCD is concerned, there are 40 such places where the bulldozer has gone. It's a regular work of the Municipal Corporation of Delhi. And to name a few, let me read out the few names where, in fact, the demolition drive on the encroachment has taken place. Kotla Mubarakpur, Sangam Vihar, IP Estate, Pul Paharanpur, Govindpuri, Jaitpuri, Kalandi Kunj, Lajpat Nagar, Sarita Vihar, Badarpur, Kalandi Kunj, Sangam Vihar, Amar Colony, New Friends Colony, Lodi Colony. But none of these places saw the kind of scenes that we saw today in Shaheen Bagh. None of these places, the opposition or anyone said that Hindu khatre mein hai, and this is an act of blatant brazenness against the Hindus of the country.
Are you saying,
no one did that. But lo and behold, as soon as
are you saying, Sambit, are you saying that Hindu-dominated areas, encroachments are allowed to be removed? But are you trying to say that in a Muslim-dominated areas, encroachments become an issue? Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all, Arnab. For me, there is nothing called as a Hindu-dominated area and a Muslim area. For me, every inch of land in this country is Indian territory, is Indian land. And it's a sorry state of affairs, Mr. Goswami, that the politicians, thanks to the policy of appeasement, have converted areas into quote-unquote Muslim-dominated area. So as soon as we have certain law following into these areas, the usual cry, the usual narrative is, look, Muslim khatre mein hai, because the bulldozer has come to a Muslim area. Number one. Number two, my question is to my good friend from Arnab Party, who is Amanatullah Khan? When Amanatullah Khan comes out and, just a second sir, let me please complete. When Amanatullah Khan comes out and says that I am the one who will demolish, he even goes ahead and saying that मैं अपना JCB लेके आया था, मस्जिद के सामने मैंने कल demolition कर दिया था, so there is no need for the MCD to intervene and send its bulldozer. He is not the authority over here.
No,
he is not the Municipal Corporation of Delhi.
No, there's a larger issue. There's a larger issue, Sambit. There is a larger issue we are looking at here. Just 1 minute. One is before you come. No. There is a larger issue.
Just 5 more seconds.
There is a larger issue.
5 more seconds by your permission.
It's not a local Delhi municipality issue. No, Waris, 1 minute. Waris, 1 minute. Waris, 1 minute. 1 minute. You have a choice today. Okay, and you can debate here. I'll have Sambit and Jia Manjari on the left. We'll get Sushilan later. We have Waris Pathan and we have Maria Tabassum on the right. Let's have 2 versus 2. And the question is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. The question is this. Do the laws of India apply everywhere? They should. Are some people giving the impression that laws should not apply in Shaheen Bagh? They are. How is Shaheen Bagh above the law? The nation wants to know. Limit yourself to this. Now, is Shaheen Bagh in India? Yes. Is it in Delhi? Yes. Is it in the South Delhi district? Yes. Do the anti-encroachment laws apply therefore in Shaheen Bagh? They do. Is it in the Okhla Assembly constituency? Yes. Is that within the Union Territory of New Delhi? Yes. Do the municipal laws of Delhi apply there? They should. So I want to understand, what are you doing? You want some VIP treatment to Shaheen Bagh? Why? Waris Pathan? What gives Shaheen Bagh? What gives Shaheen Bagh, which is a locality under the East Delhi Parliamentary Constituency of Delhi, which is under the Okhla Assembly constituency, which falls in the Union Territory of New Delhi, which is in the South Delhi district, which is in India? What gives Shaheen Bagh the right of exclusivity from the laws of immigration of the country or the laws of encroachment of the country? Please tell me. I'm telling you, Waris, just go and do your politics somewhere else. Stop this politics, Shaheen Bagh type of politics, Waris Pathan. Enough is enough. Do the laws of the Delhi Municipal Corporation not apply to Shaheen Bagh? You're lining up to protest. What are you protesting against? Delhi Municipal Corporation rule. No, Delhi Municipal Corporation Act 1957. Does it not apply to Shaheen Bagh? If it applies to Karol Bagh, it will apply to Shaheen Bagh. If it applies to Pitampura, it will apply to Shaheen Bagh. If it applies to Janakpuri, it will apply to Shaheen Bagh as well. Waris Pathan, stop this politics, please. Just stop it. You have lost the debate even before it has begun.
To one and all,
and it is just appropriate for you to say, sorry, I will not do it again.
The Constitution. Okay. The rule of law is applicable to all. Everybody has to follow the Constitution and nobody is above the law, but the BJP does not follow the Constitution. Today, what happened in Shaheen Bagh, Today, the other day, what happened in Jahangirpuri? Everybody knows that the BJP has waged a war against the Muslims.
There he makes it Muslim, Hindu, Hindu. That's all he does. All he does. Every single day.
Homes and the Muslim shops and establishments. Today also in Shaheen Bagh, Arnab Goswami, Bulldozer shop, Shaheen Bagh rock. There was no encroachment. People say there was no encroachment earlier, whatever the
people, who is people?
But the BJP president.
Jia, 1 minute. Let him finish, I'll come to you. I know Jia is also getting angry. Jia, 1 minute. Waris, 1 minute. Sambit, control yourself. I know what Waris is doing. Let him complete, however wrong he is.
BJP spokesperson that there are several places where you said notices are issued. Now whether those places also Rohingyas and Bangladeshis are residing, whether in those places in Friends Colony or the other places which you name, whether Rohingyas and Bangladeshis are residing there as well, why did the BJP president wrote there? When there was no encroachment, what was the need for the MCD to go there with the bulldozer? Question number 2, when the encroachments were made, who was ruling the MCD? Who was there? The BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Those people, they ate the Malai Arnab.
Arey Baba, you're talking absolute rubbish. You're talking through your hat. You don't know what you're talking about. You're embarrassingly uninformed on the subject. 1 minute, Waris Badam, don't put a Hindu-Muslim angle to encroachment. Enough is enough. I'll tell you 1 minute. The only shop demolished in Jahangirpuri is Gupta Juice Center. It is not a Muslim establishment. Stop lying on national television. Apologize right here for lying. Apologize for lying, Waris. Apologize for lying, Waris. Apologize for lying on my program, Waris.
No, one shop I know. I have been there. I have been there. Only one shop of Gupta so an opportunity is given to the BJP spokesperson to come and
I think he's been caught red-handed. What do you think? I think he's been caught red-handed.
They targeted
I think he'll be caught red-handed.
A pattern is going on.
He's going to be caught red-handed.
Then it went on to loudspeaker. Then halal meat. Now Jahangirpuri and Shaheen Bagh.
No, 1 minute.
Why so much hatred? The answer is simple. They want to divert the mind of the nation from the basic issues.
My question is always at a macro level. Whether you're watching this in Guwahati or Gandhinagar, or whether you're watching this in Thiruvananthapuram or Travancore, whether you're watching this in Calicut or Kolkata, I want to ask you one question tonight, viewers, and please listen to me. And Waris, you know, something people want to listen to me too. So don't go on like a broken record, because unlike you, I bring out a new point in every sentence, whereas you bring out the same point in every sentence of yours. In fact, you are lacking originality in your argument, and sometimes I worry, who is the lawyer, you or me? I thought you are the lawyer. I thought he's the lawyer. Gia, he doesn't know the law. No, you are. If you're the lawyer, then you know what fact is. 1 minute. Getting a law degree doesn't make you a lawyer. You are legally unaware. Now, question is.
You are expert in spreading lies and canards.
Okay, you can say whatever
especially
about
against the Muslims.
Yeah, whatever you say, for someone like you who says 15 crore, 100 crore pe bhari hai, for someone like you to say that to me is a compliment. You understand that? You make the most communal statements. Your entire party is built on the premise of dividing Hindus from Muslims.
BJP says you don't take that.
Anyway, Gia Manjari, making a debut on the debate, is joining us from Delhi. She wants to respond to you. I think we should allow her. Gia, go ahead. He won't stop, Gia. You have to go ahead yourself.
Thanks a lot, Arnab, for calling me and giving me a chance to be a part of this, debate. This is together all of a sudden, I want to say this is from years on years. This is a parallel citizenship kind of thing they are trying to create. They are calling immigrants from different countries and giving them a place to stay here, to have free ration, to have free roofs, to have free, trips in India, and creating an anti-national environment for India itself. This is really shameful for the people who call themselves a nationalist, or they try to portray themselves as a nationalist, or they try to portray themselves as a proud Indian. This is really shameful when I see an advocate advocating the things against the law. There is nothing like somebody can encroach the land which is actually not there about to acquire, or they can encroach even. But still, these kind of people,
madam, can I speak?
Let her complete, Maria. Let her complete.
No. These kind of people, actually, they're inviting. They are taking they are giving them hospitality. They are giving them everything, the jobs, the land, the ration, the everything. Even the medical services which are supposed to be taken care, given to the citizen of India, they are giving those people who are not even supposed to get it. They do not have even right of. This is all the politics of polarization of masses. This is all the politics of polarization of votes. This is all the appeasement politics of the special community or the so-called minority, which is actually majority on the global platform. We are minority. We Hindus are minority on the global platform when we talk about. We are minority.
If the
In
bulldozer,
57 countries, you are majority. But still, you are keep on, crying and lamenting and creating a huge spectrum of about like being a minority of India. But actually, are you ready? Are you ready to even register yourself? Are you ready to even give your documents? Are you even ready to give your evidences that how many are you from the India and how many are you from abroad and how many are you came from which land? Nobody is even ready to. And people are giving parchas, like they are chopping like parchas from their Muslim League leaders, giving them a kind of posters.
Okay, keep going on. Keep going on.
No, one minute. Now, Gia, let's stay focused on the subject here. Maria, listen here. Yeah. You see, let me tell you one thing, okay? Let's not give this Hindu-Muslim angle, and I really feel bad when Waris Pathan does this every day. Sambit, I feel so bad, Sushil. I feel so bad. One day, I think Waris Pathan will stop doing it. But the problem is, if Waris Pathan stops doing it, he will have to leave politics. And I feel sometimes Waris leave politics if required, but stop doing this Hindu-Muslim divide. Now, I want to ask you, Maria.
Arnab,
I want to ask
you also stop doing this.
No, I want to ask you, Maria.
Please, you also don't. Okay, Arnab, please listen, okay? I have not spoken a word till
now.
Can
I put a question? Can I put a question to you, Maria?
Yeah,
Maria, can I put a question to you?
Okay?
Can I put a question to you?
Yeah.
Here's a question to you, okay?
Yeah.
Now, everyone calm down. And I hope I have the audio line back with Siddharth of the Aam Aadmi Party. Siddharth, I'm bringing you back in. I know, no. I've seen you there. This is the most democratic debate. So 100% I'll come to you. Maria, my question to you is, tomorrow, if an encroacher comes into your house, what will you do? Okay. No, 1 minute. If just think about it. Okay. Or your house or Siddharth Sharma's house. You know what you will do? You will immediately call your municipal corporation and say, or the police and say, save me. Save me. You will not call them over, आइए चाय पे चर्चा करते हैं, बात करते हैं, and then will you? No. 1 minute. And then, and if the encroacher says, 1 minute, Maria, let me make my point, Maria. Then problem is you're not letting me make my point because it's a beautiful point. It's a fascinating point. It's an exemplar point. I must be allowed to make my point, ladies and gentlemen. I will make my point. I will make my point because you know what? It's a straight. No, Maria. 10 more seconds, Maria. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen, Maria. Don't worry. My questions are wonderful. My question is this. Today, what if the encroacher then tells you, listen, Maria Tabassum, I will get into your house. I will sit in your drawing room. And if you try to call the municipal corporation, I will call Sambit Patra, who will come with a danda and stand outside your house and say, BJP will not allow, BJP allows the encroachment into Maria Tabassum's house. How will you feel?
Okay, if you are a journalist, produce a list of the encroachments now. Can you produce a list of the encroachments, or it is just imaginary encroachment over there? Can you please tell me the list of the encroachments?
I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe what you are saying. I can't believe
this. Where are the notices served to them?
I can't believe this.
You serve the notices.
I can't believe what you are saying. Now thing is, Maria, up to a point you can justify what is wrong, but I'll tell you one thing. Sushil will respond. Sambit has got his hand up. 1 minute, Sambit. Wait a minute. My question is, please understand. Section 320 of the Delhi Municipal Corporation Act 1957 prohibits structures or fixtures which cause obstruction to streets, right? It applies to Shaheen Bagh. Section 321, and you're speaking.
Sainik Puri also.
I'm telling you, yes, applies everywhere. Applies anywhere.
Friends are living in Sainik Puri.
No, it applies everywhere. It applies to Sangam Vihar also. Now, I'll ask you one question. I'll ask you one question. 1 minute, 1 minute. Please understand. This encroachment drive happens everywhere. Why are you protesting about it? There's a DMK anti-encroachment drive, which is rendering women to cook on the streets in Chennai. You decide whether you're protecting encroachments or vote banks. No, you are protecting vote banks. This is about vote banks.
Do you tell me whether Supreme Court orders were, whether Supreme Court, after the status quo was announced from the Supreme Court.
That was in Jahangirpuri. That was for Jahangir
Okay,
Puri.
so
Are
what
you
did
saying
you
the
do?
Supreme Court has
What
stopped
did
all
these people
encroachments
do?
everywhere? Wrong,
Even
wrong, wrong, wrong,
after-
wrong. You're making one mistake after the other.
Even after
Somebody is coming to come on the debate. What's going
so
on?
That is what.
No,
So
no.
this happens. This
Supreme
happens
Court has
when you
not
break the
said
law.
you stop
When
encroachments
when you don't
everywhere.
obey the Supreme Court,
You're
people
getting
lose-
into a problem area.
People lose their trust on you.
Mr. Goswami,
Because you're not
if
obeying
Madam has
Supreme Court,
spoken,
how can we
I
trust you?
please come in?
Opening the debate. Sambit wants to
Sure,
respond
sure,
3
sir.
times. Yeah.
Okay.
By
the way, the Supreme...
1 minute, Siddharth. Sambit's coming in after that.
By the way, since the Supreme Court was mentioned, Mr. Goswami, just a second. I'll take only a few seconds.
I think I'm sitting here and
coming, Siddharth. 1 minute,
The
wait.
Supreme Court was mentioned. This
Sure,
whole case
Thank you.
was taken. This whole case was taken as a petition to the Supreme Court by the Communist Party, and the Supreme Court rightfully directed it back to the High Court, saying that no, this is not a political battle to be heard in the Supreme Court. Now, coming to a larger point, I was aghast, Mr. Goswami, when we had a panelist over here saying that this is nothing but waging a war against Muslims. Just imagine. I mean, look at the composition of your beautiful panel. How many brothers and sisters of ours belong to a Muslim community? Number of them. Are we waging a war against Muslim? Why try to create such kind of narrative? Remember, if you want to have a CAA, it was nothing but waging a war against Muslim. If you did away with Article 370, the narrative was we are waging a war against the Muslim. Burhan Wani was killed, waging a war against the Muslim. Yaqub Memon was hanged, waging a war against the Muslim. The Supreme Court orders the construction of a Bhavya Ram Mandir, it's waging a war against Muslim. For God's sake, this is the last thing that we have to do.
I'll prove it here. I'll prove it here, Sambit.
Sambit. Waging a war against Muslims.
No, Sambit,
so
I'll tell you what.
loosely.
Sambit, I'll tell you. One minute. Can I get 30 seconds? I will make a point and then none of you will be able to counter me. Siddharth, can I make the point? Siddharth, can I make the point? You are in power in Delhi. No. You are running the government in Delhi today, no? Your party was formed many years back, no? So you were also in power in March 2022, and what happened in March 2022? The Delhi High Court in March 2022 pulled up the municipal authorities for washing away their hands in connection with encroachment on public land in Okhla industrial area. Why did you not protest in March? Why did this encroachment become an issue? Only when Shaheen Bagh name came in, only when Jahangir Puri came in. What is special? Sushil, ask him today, what is special about Jahangir Puri and Shaheen Bagh? Is Jahangir Puri and Shaheen Bagh going to be immune to the law? Do you want a hub of anarchy in the middle of the national capital? Do you want a hub of anarchy in the middle of the national capital? Answer me, Siddharth.
No,
Sushil, let that Siddharth go first. After that, you come in.
Yeah. Let's take this notch, take this down a little bit, take this a little notches lower. The issue here is about encroachment. The fact of the matter is today BJP is going down in Delhi, left, right and center, threatening people that their construction is illegal. They are threatening people with, they are basically extorting people that somebody's stairs are unauthorized construction, somebody's linter is unauthorized construction. You cannot go ahead with harassing the citizenry. The BJP has to understand that the government means
Mr. Goswami,
facilitating people. The government is not a punitive authority. The punitive authority in India is a court. Let the courts decide. The government is not a punitive authority. The government in India is, be it any government, government in India is supposed to be a facilitating body, a body which ensures peace. If there is a problem, if there is encroachment, let those encroachments be taken out.
Directs us to how the encroachers have to be dealt with.
50-50, Aam Aadmi Party versus BJP on the debate that this point. Ladies and gentlemen, who do you support? Which side do you support? Which side do you support? There's a big debate which has broken out. Sambit, hold back a little bit because the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson being very aggressive in turn right now. And ladies and gentlemen, Siddharth at 9:33, making a late comeback to the debate, is accusing you, Sambit, openly and live on the program, of creating a situation where you're harassing the citizenry. Okay? Now, I can ask you, Siddharth, a question. Suppose I am a person, okay? Suppose I am a person. I am a law-abiding citizen. I studied civics in school. I was told that you must be honest, you must be tax-paying, you must follow the rules, you must follow the law, we must honor the national flag, we must respect the national symbols, and that is what goes into being a a committed, truly committed citizen of this country. Now, what you're telling me, Siddharth, is let the law work for those who break the law. Let the system work for encroachers and lawbreakers. So what if they break a little bit? So what if they encroach a little bit? Chalta hai. Chalta hai, bhai.
I didn't say that. We are on record saying that encroachments have to be taken out.
Then why are you getting so excited about Shaheen Bagh?
Have to be taken out, but they cannot become.
Why is your party man Amatullah Khan blocking the law? No, why is he blocking the law? Is he a law? Can the MLA block the law enforcers?
The MLA himself is on record saying
No, 1 minute.
Encroachment. He is on record.
Are you going for the vote bank? Okay, Sambit is responding here.
Siddharth?
Okay.
Yeah.
Tempers down a little bit, please. Thank you.
Siddharth, I want to ask you a few questions. Question number one, Siddharth, since you said that government is a facilitator, government is not the one which takes upon the encroachers. It is for the law of the land, the courts to take upon the encroachers.
Right.
Number one, remember the MCD Act categorically states that as far as how to deal with the encroachers is concerned, there are laid norms in the MCD Act. Number two, Amanatullah Khan himself says that I have taken down the encroachers, I brought my own JCB.
Exactly.
Why? He has his own law inside the island of Okhla, inside the island of Shaheen Bagh, that he can have his own JCVs taking down his, the encroachments according to his whims and fancies. But the MCD cannot do the same.
I also wonder. I also wonder.
It's the same.
I also wonder, Sambit, why the focus. Waris, I'm seeing your hand up. I want to go to Mujib. I'm just keeping the debate going. Sushil, I'm coming to you.
Just like the
no. One minute.
The MLA also has certain power.
No. One point is this. They are obsessed only about stopping encroachments in Shaheen Bagh. Shaheen Bagh, main road, G block from Jasola Canal to Kalandi Kunj Park. They have a problem in Shaheen Bagh. They don't have a problem in Sangam Vihar. They don't have a problem in Kalandi Kunj. They don't have a problem in New Friends Colony. They don't have a problem in Lodi Road. They don't have a problem in Amar Colony. But Shaheen Bagh there cannot be any encroachments which are stopped in Shaheen Bagh. Why? That's the moot point today. What's so special about Shaheen Bagh? Sushil Pandit.
Arnab, I want to ask a simple question. Even if it was just Shaheen Bagh, why not Shaheen Bagh? Why do you have to be apologetic by citing 10 other names like Lodi Road, Greater Kailash, and whichever other colony you talk about? Is Shaheen Bagh a privileged area? Are they really above law? What you asked, the pertinent questions you asked very beginning of the debate, are they an island in themselves where nothing applies? I think yes. We have allowed them to become an island. We have allowed them to become a privileged enclave. Because 2 years ago, when they violated law, when they crippled Delhi, nothing applies there. You treated jihad with kid gloves. And today you're paying the price for it. Across the country, we have allowed such clusters to grow, prosper, and become a hiding place for all kinds of illegality. And we have to pay the price for that today. Because when you go and enforce law, they fight past precedent for not letting the law prevail. That is the reason. We were up in arms 2 years ago when no government was willing to touch that illegal blockade of roads and crippling of Delhi. Thank COVID for removing that blockade. Today, we have to thank and congratulate MCD that has finally found a spine to clear these encroachments.
No, it's about vote banks.
Who have been brought up, on kid glove treatment are up in arms.
Yeah.
And we have ourselves to blame that we have treated them with kid glove
I'm on a critical issue of vote banks right now. And Mujib, I want to bring you in. Siddharth, 1 minute, I'm just getting everyone in. Mujib, listen. Mujib, tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. The whole country must be thinking today. Does Arnab have nothing to discuss but encroachments in Shaheen Bagh? No, ladies and gentlemen, we have many things to discuss. I would rather ask, do the political parties of this country, Mujib, have nothing to do? Do all the opposition parties of this country get so excited about the Shaheen Bagh? They must save the encroachments of Shaheen Bagh as if it's a national treasure. The way they are talking about the Shaheen Bagh encroachments, You would almost think, Jia, that the Shaheen Bagh encroachments are a national part of our national heritage.
We are saving the
Is it archaeologically? Is it to be Advocate Mujib? Is it something so beautiful? Tell me what is magical about the Shaheen Bagh encroachments, Baba? Somebody explain to me. Advocate Mujib and Jia, please tell me.
Against the national heritage, they will stand against the national heritage, but they will definitely
let me reply, Arnab.
Arnab,
let me reply.
I further the question with you. Further the question with you with one example. One example, and then I'll give it. You see, there is an anti-encroachment drive in Punjab. Okay? Now there in Punjab, the Aam Aadmi Party is very supportive of removing all encroachments. But they get very excited about Shaheen Bagh. In fact, in Majri block in Punjab, Abhipur village, 29 acres of land were removed when the Aam Aadmi Party launched a drive to remove the encroachers. So wahan pe kuch aur, but Shaheen Bagh, the encroachments must stay. I want to know, the nation wants to know, Mujib, what is so beautiful and priceless about the Shaheen Bagh encroachment? Please tell me. Is it an archaeological wonder? Is it an architectural delight?
Arnab, let me reply now.
Yes.
I agree with you on 2 points. The firstly, that the rule of law should uphold everywhere and equally. But here, what is the rule of law? Law has a process to apply. Even a criminal cannot be punished without trial. If we will do see, it's an illegal. So under section 317 of the Delhi Municipal Corporation Act 1957, the commissioner has to give the notice to the encroacher that remove the encroachment. And if the encroacher do not remove the encroachment, then it will be demolished or whatever. So this is the rule of law, and the rule of law should apply. And the people, just let me speak. It's my time. Please do not interrupt. I do not interrupt. I don't have this type of debate. So this is the time that what is happening. The people are worried because the law is not being obeyed. The constitution is not being obeyed. The laws are robbed. The constitution is robbed. That's why the people are worried. The political parties and the activists
that's a complete and outrageous lie.
Worried because under the BJP regime. Just let me speak.
Mujib, you're a lawyer. I have with me Mujib, don't spread misinformation. Let me tell you, the law is being obeyed. You see, these are the kind of things where Republic needs to step in, where there's so much fake news being spread right now. Mujib, I'm about to counter you. I'm going to counter you, and with facts, I will counter you. Now, the fact is, you people have successfully put it on Twitter, and some people who don't know anything on Twitter will retweet you, and this kind of rubbish will go on. Ladies and gentlemen, the only accurate news is here on Republic. Don't believe this fake news. The laws are being obeyed, notices are being given. In my hands, there is a notice. In my hands right now, there is a notice, and the notice is signed by Assistant Commissioner, Central Zone, SDMC, copy to Deputy Commissioner of Police, Deputy Commissioner of Police, horse cars, the whole process system, everything is put out there. No.
This is not a notice.
No, law is being. What do you want?
This is not a notice.
No, so you tell me one thing. You tell me. Okay, here's a question. Here's a question to you. Let me ask you a question. 1 minute. Listen to me. When the Congress carried out a demolition drive in Rajasthan Alwar district and even demolished 300-year-old temples, how was that not an issue for you, Mujib? For me, I was not questioning the encroachment drive. I was questioning the way in which a 300-year-old temple was broken.
Now you are doing Hindu-Muslim.
No, I'm not doing Hindu-Muslim at all. Why? Why Hindu-Muslim is Alwar Hindu, this Muslim. No, you are putting Hindu-Muslim. You put the Hindu-Muslim narrative. Please stop the Hindu-Muslim narrative. I am talking about the law. Okay, let me give you one more example. Since you want to look at a Hindu-Muslim angle to everything. Sambit. Chhattisgarh government demolished 160 houses as part of a river beautification project during the pandemic, June 2020. Tell me, did you go jumping at that time? Did you get excited? Did you go to the Supreme Court? Did you file petitions? No, you didn't. Did Waris Pathan do anything? Waris Pathan, what did you do? Did you say a word? No. You only got excited when Jahangir Puri and Shaheen Bagh came in. If a squatter entered your house, tell Sambit Patra, what will you do? Call him for chai pe charcha?
We condemn.
Condemn. Oh, condemn.
We condemn.
There he is caught right now. No argument left, so he starts condemning.
Mandir in Rajasthan, because the board was controlled by the BJP in connivance with the Congress government, they demolished the mandir We condemn that, but had the BJP ever condemned the demolition of our mosques and madrasas and the dargahs, which they have done it since last so many years? Arnab, that is why I say we are trying to protect the constitution. We are trying to.
You want to communalize the issue. That's what you want to do.
Our great nation.
You want to communalize the issue. You want to communalize the issue.
By targeting a
You want to communalize the issue. It's about encroachment, not religion. Don't make it about religion. Don't try to divide the people of this country. Don't try to constantly put out the Hindu-Muslim angle. Don't you know that here on Republic, I've seen through it, and the people watching the program have seen through it. Shaheen, no, you need to understand that what is happening in Shaheen Bagh is about encroachment. It's about public welfare. It's about the lawful use of land. Why is there an attempt by people like you to give it a political and religious color to the anti-encroachment drive?
The BJP was controlling the MCD.
No, you want to communalize the issue. You just want to communalize the issue. And they've been exposed on my program tonight.
Who was controlling the MCD? The BJP.
You are exposed tonight.
Corruption. They were eating money.
You're exposed tonight.
Please allow me to speak.
People on Twitter whether I exposed you. Should I ask them? You know what they'll say?
Why the bulldozer does not go
Answer, reply, ladies and gentlemen, and retweet. Let him know whether he's lost the debate or not tonight.
Bulldozer does not go near the mandir.
The bulldozer is neither Hindu nor Muslim.
Masjid and destroy the.
Okay, allow me, please. Varish, please allow.
BJP's government is doing that, and why?
Mr. Goswami, as far
the
as
good question is why no Sambit
please, Mr. Varis Pathan, you are a barrister. You are a lawyer, Mr. Varis Pathan. Please behave as one. Please, let's not do this. Let's speak on our turn, Mr. Varis Pathan. You cannot do this in the court of law. You cannot do this in a debate as well. Please, be decent. Be decent, Mr. Pathan. Mr. Pathan, be decent. It is my turn. Allow me to speak. Please don't shout anyone down.
Varis versus Sambit Patra. Sambit Patra versus Varis, 9:45 p.m. Varis is not allowing Sambit to come in.
That is why, to divert the mind of the nation, they are playing these tactics.
Okay, now, Mr. Goswami. Okay, Mr. Goswami.
Sambit Patra, I am asking you a question, sir. I am asking a question to Sambit Patra on behalf of the
just a second, Mr. Varis Pathan, you are a national spokesperson of a party, you are a lawyer. Please behave as one, Mr. Varis Pathan. Don't behave as a lumpen element shouting on the middle of the street, sir.
Oh.
Please allow me to complete, sir. Mr. Goswami, as far as the Shaheen Bagh is concerned, the Shaheen Bagh encroachment is not just a technical issue. It's not just one technical issue. Mr. Goswami, we have to go into the Shaheen Bagh mentality and remember way back in the 80s. Shah Bano was one of the most unfortunate instances where they did not even allow the legislation, they did not even allow the verdict of the highest court of the country, the Supreme. Varis bhai, please ऐसा behave मत करो, ये क्या? वारिस भाई, एक तो आप गलत इंग्लिश बोल रहे हो. Answer to my question. There is nothing called as answer to my question. If you have to speak in right English, the right English is answer my question, or please speak in Hindi. Don't speak in wrong English, and please allow me to speak. Mr. Goswami, please request
for the fourth time, and while I don't agree with any panelist calling anyone else a lumpen element, and Sambit Patra did call Varis Pathan a lumpen element, and I don't want to comment on these things. You know, why call anyone a lumpen element?
Behave as a lumpen element.
No. You don't have to call him a lumpen element. You need to continue on the debate. You answer the question.
Oh, he is not. He is not a lumpen element, but he's a lump in this debate. Okay, you are not a lumpen element. Now at least be quiet. Now quiet.
I am a lump. Yes,
title withdrawn. Title withdrawn. Now we. Okay, title withdrawn. Now listen to me. Now listen to me. अरे बाबा, जितना बार मैं लंपेन नहीं बोला उससे ज्यादा तो आप लंपेन कर रहे हैं. अब your title is withdrawn. You are no more lumpen. Now listen to me. Mr. Goswami, I mean, on a serious note, since you are concluding the debate, it is not just the encroachment drive in the Shaheen Bagh to which there is a hue and cry in the opposition party. This ghetto mentality where the minority's victim card is being shown to the world time and again has been happening in India since time immemorial. Remember, the worst and the most unfortunate case was that of Shah Bano. An aged lady, more than 70 years, left in the middle of the street with no alimony, and the Supreme Court, all that Supreme Court granted was rupees 70 per month. But still these people, I don't want to name them, these people did not allow the law to take its course. These people changed the course of the law. Such was the appeasement policies of the Congress government and the other government defaults.
I am talking about unemployment.
Why can't you listen to these things? No, why
I am
can't you
talking
listen
about
to these
petrol
things?
diesel price
And
rise.
then you don't
He's
want to
talking
be called
about
as a
Shah
lumpen element?
This
You
is the way
cannot
they
be-
divert the
you
mind
can-
of the nation from the
This
basic
debate is
issues.
not
Arnab.
about.
And you are giving him
Is
the
this the
platform to
debate
make his
about?
point.
Okay, my God, Mr. Goswami, where do you get this Varis Pathan from? This Varis Pathan who could not even say Ganapati Bappa Moria.
I will say this. I will say this, Maria. No, Varis, I'll say this. Maria, I want to tell you. Maria and Gia on the debate. Gia. I just want to tell you, Maria. Maria, all I am telling you is, let us not communalize the issue. Don't call it a bulldozer against Muslims or a bulldozer against Muslim minds. Don't say that people who are supporting encroachments are Muslims standing up for themselves. Don't do this narrative, Maria. Don't do this.
Okay,
and don't say that some places have been targeted because it supported the anti-CA protest. Because understand, Maria, understand people like Varis Pathan. Varis Pathan uses Shaheen Bagh in the UP elections. Varis Pathan uses Shaheen Bagh in the UP elections alleging Muslim persecution. Varis Pathan is only doing it for votes. Maria, don't fall into Varis Pathan and Oasis trap. That's all I'll tell you. Beware of the political trap set for you by the All India Majlis Ittihad ul Muslimin and other political parties. And ladies and gentlemen, on the other side of the debate, why I think all the people who are jumping the gun on the interpretation of the government's position on the sedition law have got it all wrong. I'll tell you the right way of looking at it, but on the other side of the break.
It was a dark night with a bright idea.
Guys, we need something big.
Let's do what we always do. Something really bold. Let's take on the D segment.
Let's create the big daddy of all SUVs, because nothing else will do.
The big daddy of SUVs from Mahindra, coming soon.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
Now the workers of Congress party are being detained. We are showing you pictures of the police action which is taking place here at Shaheen Bagh. These workers are raising slogans against the BJP government. The protesters who are being detained, they will be put into this bus and then this bus will move ahead. We are showing you the pictures of police action. Police personnel have reached here in large numbers and is not letting the protesters to continue their protest.
बुलडोजर के बाहर सामने बैठ गए हैं कांग्रेस के नेता। वहां पर कह रहे हैं कि हम आगे नहीं चलने देंगे बुलडोजर को, कोई नोटिस नहीं दिया गया है और हम यहाँ शाहीन बाग को टारगेट करने की बात फिर से कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता कर रहे हैं। किस तरह से सियासी रूप से ये बुलडोजर चलाया जा रहा है, सिर्फ शाहीन बाग पर चलाया जा रहा है, जामिया पर चलाया जा रहा है, ये बात कह रहे हैं।
Now the pictures of clash is taking place between police and workers of political parties. Police resorting to lathi charge, removing these protesters.
जो लोग अतिक्रमण को बचाने के लिए, जो बांग्लादेशी रोहिंग्याओं के अतिक्रमण को बचाने के लिए आतंक फैला